Before we dive into the guts of today's video, I want to take a second and thank all of you for all of your support and wish all of you a happy new year. It's New Year's Eve as of recording this video and probably as of you watching it. Hope you guys have a very fun evening with your friends and family, a very safe evening. Remember to be careful out there on the roads, guys, and make good decisions as you're out there having a good time on New Year's Eve. 2025 to come. It's going to be amazing, both inside of Diablo Immortal and in gaming as a whole, covering so many different games across multiple channels that I am really excited for what's to come. I actually put a video out on my main channel the other day talking about 10 mobile games coming to the scene in 2025, and there are some bangers. Keeping an eye out for all of those. But today we're here to talk about what's going on inside of Diablo Immortal, and first things first, you're going to notice that when you come on over to the jeweler and when you want to try and craft some of these gems, there is no more Morn Skull gem. It is no longer able to be crafted, and the only way you're going to be able to get the Morn Skull gem going forward is by using telluric pearls. Let's actually take a look. I should have done that while I was here. The telluric craft, does it have the Morn Skull? It does not have the Morn Skull yet, at least not in this section. Maybe it can be found somewhere else, not sure. But remember, telluric pearls are going to be the only way that we're going to be able to get that gem, which is a gem that's going to be part of today's discussion because it's one that is very much used and beloved by the community. So what else is going on inside of the game today? Let's have a quick look over here at the events tab. I don't believe anything is new. Bromeltine, what kind of gift do we have today? It is the New Year's Eve gift. What are we getting? A mystery legendary item. Nothing crazy exciting, but definitely something that's there, right? Cool, free, cool. Alley of Blood actually went in. We did pretty good in Alley of Blood yesterday. This new Crusader build that I'm rocking, I know a lot of people have been asking about it. It's been doing very well. Had a Battlegrounds match yesterday with 35 kills, which was awesome. Maybe some bots in there because everything was reset and some of these matches are in bronze, so definitely running into the robots again. All clans on deck, you're doing your thing. Fractured Plane has reset as of this morning. So really, it's kind of quiet inside of the game as of today. I've been messing around with my build. I've been making sure that I can reforge the stats on my gear. I'm trying to get the Ben, where is it? Let's see if I have it on this one right here. Yes, damage to enemies suffering from loss of control is increased by 5%. My goal is to get this on every single piece of gear, giving me a bump up to 40% extra damage for enemies from loss of control, which is going to really help me while I'm doing some battlegrounds. And I've also been doing a lot of thinking about the gems that we're using inside of the game. I have some good friends who really don't believe in the 5-star gem strategy. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the gems I'm using are 5-star gems, limiting the amount that I can actually upgrade them. As you can see, we did some decent stuff here with the Blood-Soaked Jade. We unlocked the primary attack bonus. I have a lot more work to do with how these gems are actually being upgraded and worked, but I need a lot of extra copies. Copies for the whatever I'm putting here. Let's give a better example. If we go to the Pain class gem, what I really want to do is I want to make the Pain class gem dormant. I want to upgrade all of these and then awaken the Pain class, giving me a bunch of extra gem power. This is how the new system works. It'll allow me to unlock all of these socketed bonuses too. That's something that's going to be huge. And if I can do this, it's going to really benefit me in having all of the unlocks done with a lower resonance, potentially putting me into better matches in Battlegrounds. We'll see how all that goes. Speaking of gems, this is what I've been thinking about doing for gems. Notice right here, the setup that's being used is you got a 1-star gem, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-star gems, and he's rocking 2, the Rolling Consequence and the Blood-Soaked Jade, 5-star gems. That's it. Sitting at 3,293 resonance, going into Battlegrounds and hitting up the top levels of Battlegrounds every season, spanking. The reason why? The gems underneath, the gems within, I'm talking about the resonance gems, are all maxed out. So this player is able to get all of these extra bonuses that we spoke of. Let's take a look right here really quickly. Again, all these bonuses right here are unlocked getting some really good advantage in Battlegrounds. So the reason that I bring this up to all of you is, well, mainly, how do you feel about this system? I sit here and worked on these 5-star gems pretty heavily. Now, a lot would have to change. One thing that would need to change is I'd need to start building up a rolling consequence, because honestly, this is a gem I should be using right now, being that I'm more PvP focused. It's a must use in PvP, and I'm not using it. I also have something in here. I'm using the Void Spark gem, which is not a very good PvP gem. That's the one that's sitting in my build right now that I'm like, I really should get rid of it. But then the only other one out of all the 5 stars that I have that I would keep would be the Blood-Soaked Jade, put the rolling consequence in place, and then I would basically make all of my other 5-star gems dormant. Not that I'm going to lose them. They are still there. They will just be sitting dormant like my Maw of the Deep is right here. I could always infuse energy and power into it and get it back. I would not be scrapping those gems. This would just be a different strategy and a different type of approach. So I would be going with those gems that I shared with you before. I'm wondering how you guys feel. I know that this is a debated topic, whether the 5-star gems need to be in there, even if they can't be ranked up all the way, or if you should go with those lower gems because they sometimes have better attributes that are going to work a little bit better for PvP. Let me know what your thoughts are on all of that. I would just love to see how that conversation goes. Also, this is something that I saw on the forum this morning, and it was worth a brief conversation. Stop asking for nerfing of any class. And Lonely Wolf says, too many people are asking to nerf some classes every day on a new post. Please nerf the Barbarian. Please urgent nerf the Wizard. It's a game, just learn how to play without anything you have or don't. I'm not a PvP player. I'm very bad in that. Okay, so first things first. This person is not a PvP player. So they are saying this because they're not having to go and compete against the classes that need to be nerfed. So there's two ways to look at this. The first way is Lone Wolf doesn't know what they're talking about because they don't do PvP. But you know what? I don't really agree with that. Obviously, they're not going to see the what's the word I want to say? The advantages of those classes if they're not battling in a PvP setting. But they're doing it in their own way, and that's totally fine. I do understand the frustration here with having to see every day people saying nerf the Barb, nerf the whatever class you insert at that point in time. Nerfing of classes can be quite annoying, and from my experience, I basically, having played this game for 2.5 years, I started doing PvP a bit heavier last season. I got the Flickerstone Barb. I was like, this is awesome, and I had a shit ton of fun playing it. Then they nerfed it, and I'll tell you, my interest, it just organically faded away, which is why I came back over here to play as the Crusader, because I'm trying to re-spark my joy of going into Battlegrounds. And I'll tell you what, it actually has been a ton of fun. Now, the Crusader, definitely not as strong as the Barbarian Flickerstone was, but it's definitely a fun class and can be dominant in certain matches. Again, with that being said, I hate the idea of nerfing classes. People put a lot of investment and time into it, and it's just never a good feel, no matter what game we're talking about. I used to say this back in the day with Clash Royale, because back then I'd be buffing my miner, upgrading my miner, and then bam, they nerf the thing, and then all my time wasted because then the miner sucks. Same thing in any game. I'm not a big fan of nerfs, but I also do understand how sometimes balance changes are needed, just not always in the form of a nerf. What are your thoughts on that? What classes do you think are the strongest inside of the game right now? And again, regarding the gems, do you guys feel that I should be swapping out my 5 stars, putting in 2 stars, and getting them completely awakened for all of those extra bonuses? It's a hot topic. Let's see what you got in mind.